Hello, this is Yujin. I'm a management consultant based in the United States. And today, we are in Hong Kong. For this trip, my mom and me, we spent some good quality mother and daughter time in both Macau and in Hong Kong. The purpose of this trip was for me to treat my mom. For the past 7 months, we've been dealing with a lot of health issues and she's been really helping me out. And I wanted to make sure I can spend this quality time to give her a treat. So back in March, I uploaded a very personal video on something that I was passionate about, but my mom found out and got shut down. So I pivoted and changed my topic to focus more on travel, on how I stay healthy. A lot of my content moving forward will be focusing on the type of food I eat, how I exercise, and general lifestyle things that could help you as you work through your career. So with that, let's go! Meet my mom. She's always been the source of all my life advice. How to handle stress at work, to how to find joy in the simplest things. One of the quirkiest but most meaningful habits I learned from her involves something we all see every day: the clouds. Whenever my mom steps outside of the house, she looks up at the sky and takes a photo of the clouds. She would say, "유진아, 엄마는 구름이 너무 좋아." She joked that her dream job was a cloud scientist. Watch clouds every day, admire their beauty, and appreciate their slow pace. I used to think it was just a quirky habit, but now, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I find myself doing the same, pausing to admire the clouds and breathing in the beauty around me. It was her way of teaching me mindfulness without even saying the word. So next time you're outside, why don't you check out the clouds? Even if it's a cloudy day, at least you'll get a nice stretch for your neck. Really hot. My lipstick melted. Growing up, my mom always emphasized the importance of learning languages, which is why we got around okay in Macau because I speak Mandarin. We made it to the Ikchong building. Mommy's looking at her phone. Thankfully, my English was okay for Hong Kong too. And she had her reasons. Like the time she was traveling in Germany and had a handsome man approach her in the university library. He tried to talk to her in German, then Spanish, then French, and finally English. But my mom didn't speak any of those languages back then. After a few hand gestures and a smile, the moment passed and she never saw him again. She always jokes, "Yujin, if I had known those languages, who knows? Maybe you'd be half German." It was her way of showing me that learning languages isn't just about the words. It's about opening doors to new relationships, cultures, and opportunities. Mommy and I are gonna have some alone time. She's gonna go see her friend, and I'm gonna go see my friend. 엄마, bye! She wanted me to have the confidence to step into any situation, anywhere in the world, and not feel lost in translation. Oh, I think that's him. Hi! Just like she eventually did when she offered to give a young Japanese couple a ride back home with us. She's even joking in Japanese.
This is my second daughter. Wow, 예뻐.
Mama! I still have core memories of my mom yelling at me for this one. Always be on time.
I no longer have Wi-Fi, so let's just hope that I'm at the right place. Just made it to Diamond Hill, and I'll be doing some tour by myself, going on a walk. Someone told me to follow the pink signs. I'm gonna go follow the pink signs, and hopefully, maybe take some pictures in this rain. Great, my umbrella just broke down.
I definitely wasn't the smartest, nor the most well-behaved kid growing up. Whether it was school, piano lessons, or dinner at a friend's house, she made it crystal clear that punctuality was a non-negotiable.
The things we do for content, right? Rain or shine.
At the time, I didn't fully understand why she was so strict about it. To me, being a few minutes late seemed harmless.
Okay, time to evacuate. It's getting worse. I was supposed to meet my mom, but she doesn't know where she is. So I'm just gonna wait for her to figure that out.
Though 2 years ago, I was able to connect with a senior client thanks to this habit. The CEO and I both joined the Zoom meeting a few minutes early. And for a few moments, it was just the two of us. No distractions, no interruptions, just a casual conversation. And it was a genuine conversation. It gave me a rare opportunity to connect on a personal level. And that's when I realized that being punctual isn't just about respect and responsibility. It's about being prepared for unexpected opportunities. Eugene, you have no friends. My mom used to say that as a joke. And to be fair, she wasn't completely wrong. I never really had a big friend group and preferred to not bring my friends back home. Meanwhile, she was always surrounded by people who absolutely adored her. Here we were, thousands of miles away from home. We found ourselves invited to some of Hong Kong's most exclusive clubs because of her childhood friends. And my mom still had connections so strong that people were excited to see her after all these years. She was the life of the party, getting invited to dinner gatherings and receiving gifts from friends and acquaintances. I couldn't help but ask, "What's your secret, Mom?" Her answer, "Don't expect anything back," she said. People can feel that sincerity. When you give to people, whether it's your time, your energy, or your kindness, do it because you want to, not because you're expecting something in return. And that's what creates real, lasting connections. Hearing her answer gave me a pause. Maybe I don't need to have a huge group of friends to be fulfilled. And maybe my circle doesn't need to look like hers. I've been dying to see the Big Buddha and wanted this to be the highlight of our trip. When the hotel concierge told me that there's a typhoon warning and we probably won't be able to see it, I felt like a sad balloon. Oh man, this was supposed to be the moment I had been waiting for. But before I could sink into disappointment, my mom chimed in, as calm and as optimistic as ever. "Eugene, we can choose to not do anything and regret, or we can get creative. What are our options to get there?" We sat down together and started brainstorming. If no taxis will take us, maybe there were other ways to get to the Big Buddha. After some digging, we found that there was a bus route that operated. Concierge hadn't mentioned this option because it was less convenient and more time-consuming. But to us, it was perfect. A small detour that would still get us to our destination.
We're almost there, heading to see Big Buddha. But before, we were gonna go get some lunch and eat.
When we finally climbed the mountain and reached the Big Buddha, the clouds parted just enough for the sun to shine through. The air felt fresh and cool after the storm, and it was exactly the peaceful moment I had imagined. But it was even more rewarding because of the journey it took to get there. And my mom smiled and said, "See, Eugenia, problems will always come up, but they're just opportunities to find new solutions. Sometimes the most rewarding experiences aren't the ones that go according to plan, but the ones that challenge you to think differently and act boldly." The most important skill isn't solving every single problem perfectly. It's having the mindset to turn every challenge into a chance to grow and to believe in yourself. That's a lesson I'll carry with me, not just on this trip, but in every part of my life. My mom always reminds me that saying thank you is free, and who doesn't like free things? When I landed my first job, it was competitive, but after each interview, I sent a thank you email. It was nothing fancy, just a sincere note of gratitude for their time. Later, I found out that my thank you emails and being kind to the front desk receptionist set me apart from the other candidates. These small gestures go beyond interviews. It's about recognizing the value of others' time and kindness, whether it's a colleague helping you out or a barista making your coffee. Saying thank you is a simple way to build connections and leave a lasting impression.
Belgian waffle, please.
It's such a small gesture, but it can make a world's difference. At the end of the day, Saying thank you may be free, but it's worth more than any money can buy.
There was only one way to the gates, so we're walking back to our departing terminal right now.
And with that, thank you for watching and come back to my next video topic on...
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode.